Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's your divine soul sister coming in this morning when I got up and did my morning ritual. Spirit was kind of on me about doing a little full moon spread. This full moon is coming in Taurus on the 12th. We also are still going to be, experiencing the Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde has been quite challenging for me. I don't know about you. I know some people said it's been cool, they've been whatever. But what I do know about retrogrades, my experience, even though things are not the way that I would like them, is because I'm kind of controlling when it comes to certain things. I know how I like my day to flow. And when things, these obstacles come up, these challenges come up, they're really opportunities for growth. They're really opportunities for us to acknowledge certain things about ourselves, and to evolve, as an individual and not allow it to really break you. Some people, I put a post up a few days ago about Mercury retrograde being a whole hoe, because it's just been so much going on, so much tumult, so many trials, so many uncomfortable situations. But now, a few days, of me really digging deep and reflecting on myself as an individual today, I realized that, these are things about myself and, why I get aggravated when I can't control the variables. But one thing I know about my path and my journey, and yours as well, is that, we're presented with certain obstacles and things happen to challenge you as an individual, for you to grow, for you to mature, continue to move forward. You can't move being stagnant, being the same person. So I wanted to pull a few cards and just see what the energy is behind, with this upcoming full moon. I'm already feeling the energy out this moon. The moon is looking beautiful as it is waxing into the fullness. And, one thing about Taurus, this full moon is coming in Taurus again, with the Mercury retrograde occurring at the same time. Taurus is known for hard work and steadfastness and being very grounded. They could be quite hard-headed too, they could be stubborn, so to speak. Some of us are stubborn and stuck in our ways. And that's why we're not moving, because we want to still move the same way we moved 10 years ago. And that is not going to serve you. Myself included, with trying to manifest certain things in our lives, we need to understand that the more that you sit and rest in and reflect on the things that you do not want, the universe is going to more of those things, because that's where you're projecting your energy. So you got to be very careful about where you're placing that energy. Is the issues with the issues with your vehicle going on and the inconvenience of that, the more I focus on it, the more things are going to happen in that regard. I need to focus on what's working well. You know what I'm saying? And you have to do the same. If you constantly reflect on what your ex did in that relationship, he was an asshole, he was this and this and this, men, and you start focusing on, men ain't nothing, or they just not good, and all this and this and this, guess what? The universe is going to give you more of that. You're going to meet more assholes, more jerk offs. So I'm just interested, though. I'm not going to rant on and on and on, but I wanted to pull a few cards. So let's see, with this upcoming full moon, what messages Spirit has for the collective. And if you're on, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for viewing. This video will be posted on my YouTube channel as well. It's a lot of red. That's a lot of sacral chakra energy going on. Fool in reverse. That card came up. I read for myself this morning to kind of see what was going to, what could I expect during the retrograde. Things are going to shift and get better from, in my stuff. So I just have to hold on. I have to be patient. I have to maintain, the level of development that I have gone. Ooh, I like that right there. It's a nice oracle card to accompany this reading. or pull a few oracles. I like to get oracle cards to just bring a little clarity to the tarot, just accompany it and make it nice and full. So I'm gonna put both of these because they both actually jumped out. I'm gonna do one more from the Sacred Traveler. I'm really liking these cards. I didn't think I was gonna like them at first, but they are very, they give some very nice messages, because we all are sacred travelers. We're all on this sacred journey, this divine journey of life in this particular period of time. So it's very beautiful to think of it in that way, life. Ooh, okay. All right. So first of all, we got the Hierophant. This full moon is what I'm getting from this card, the energy behind this card is that some of you are going to realize your influence. You're going to realize that, you know what, I'm much more than I even know of myself. But the way that you tune into your ultimate power, if you can see the card, her eyes are closed, meaning what Spirit is saying to me is that the only way you can recognize the power that you really have is that you're going to need to search within. You're going to need to go within. You're going to have to spend some time with yourself. It's very uncomfortable. Let me tell you something. As a person, even though I'm introverted by nature, meaning I do not like being in crowds. I don't like too much of that. Too much of that being out in crowds is a little bit too much for me. It gets a little bit heavy because I'm so empathic and I just pick up too many vibes. So if you see me on the scene, I have to do that sparingly and even more so now. I'm very much comfortable in my space because I can control and manipulate the energy. Some of you need to spend more time with yourself, reflecting, being introspective, and acknowledging yourself for who you are. I have people telling me, I can't do it. You can do it. You just don't want to, because you know if you do step out on your own power, you're going to be held accountable for the results in your life. You can't blame anyone for it when you're doing that. So standing in your power also means taking responsibility for the trajectory of your life and what is going on around it and within it. Some people just don't want to do that. So they want to be disempowered and blame everybody else for their shit when they know it's all on you, kid. Some of you will, that inner reflection is going to bring more stability, more inner light, more opulence, actually, the things that you desire most. And people are taking notice. You may not be cognizant of the fact that you're standing in this glorious power, but other people are. You see these two young ladies here at the bottom. They're almost worshiping her. They definitely see her, notice her, and are bowing to her. Some of you, there are people watching you, so be cognizant of your walk. You know what I'm saying? Be true to you, though. I'm not saying be perfect, because there is no perfection, but always be progressing towards being the greatest and highest version of yourself, because people are watching you. And also, there's a set of keys here. And I take that again, I hear Spirit saying, the key to you being powerful is acknowledging and going within. So then we got the Goddess of Wands, and this is a different deck. This is the Afro Goddess Tarot deck, my favorite deck. Now I don't use any other tarot deck anymore except for this one. So Goddess of Wands, she's, again, here we go with this red color. All of this red. So what I'm, with sacral chakra energy, for one, there's more to you than meets the eye. You see this little cat over here kind of hanging out? That black cat. Black cats are not bad luck. There is no such a thing as bad luck, so we stop saying that kind of stuff. But she is surrounded with sunflowers. One thing about sunflowers is that they always turn their face towards the sun. And if there is no sun out, if it's dark, they face each other. A lot of you need to gain and regain focus on what is like the light of your life. You may need to refocus on your children, on your family, on who you are as a person on your journey. And also you need to pay attention to that inner self, that shadow self. Some of you don't want to acknowledge the fact that you can be a bitch sometimes. Everybody ain't probably perfect all the time. And it's okay, because guess what? Each part of yourself makes up who you are as a person. So without the bitch, you are not who you are. You have to take the good with the bad, because that makes up who you are as an individual. Again, going back to the Hierophant in this deck, the more you acknowledge the shadow, the more you stand in your power. Then we got the Justice card. Some of you may be dealing with legal issues. You know, you've been waiting for a judgment on certain things. You've been waiting to be treated fairly. With the full moon, some things are going to come to fruition, and you're going to find some justice. Sometimes the justice is just more harmony within your life. But also, here we go again with this red energy. You got to be, I feel like some of you are not experiencing everything that you need because you're not taking action. Red is a very action driven color. For people that are children of Shango or daughters of Shango, or Shango in my tradition, like that is my father deity. I can't ever wear all red because it inflames me. That fiery energy of my personality is heightened by wearing that color. But some of you need that fire under your ass to get things done. The reason why some of you are not receiving the justice that you so deserve is because you won't speak up. You won't fight. You just let people just walk all over you. But baby, everything is saying, you know what, you need to dig in. You need to go within and rediscover that fire in your belly to accomplish that which rightfully is yours. Abundance, peace, joy, and all these things are your birthright. Nobody's trying to, you aren't recognizing what you deserve because you won't speak up. You won't stand up, and you won't take action in your own life. It is not for anyone else to do. It is for you to do. We have the Fool card in reverse. So some of you are blocked because you don't want to do anything different. When I see a reverse card, I don't take it as a negativity. I take it as a blockage. Your creativity is blocked. Again, because you're being inactive and you're not acknowledging yourself, like you're not accepting yourself. You need to accept yourself fully, wholly, because that creativity is going to bring you more of what you want in your life. You need to, and those opportunities are trying to make their way to you, but you have closed yourself off. So you just need to be open to that. Lastly, in regards to the tarot deck, you have the Hanged Man. It came in upright. So with this card, it says, you know what? Once you tap into that creativity, you're going to be able to let go. Just need to let go. Some of y'all are holding on to dead issues, dead things. What happened, who did what, who said what. It's not serving you. You got to let it go. It's not saying that you're just going to allow anything, but you need to release the attachment to outcome. That is what I'm hearing. You need to release the attachment to outcome. It's going to happen. Quit worrying about the how or the who. It's going to happen. You need to have a little bit of more, you need to have more faith in what you are doing. You're doing everything you can possibly do, babe. And if you're not, tap into that energy and start doing it. If you do, get a little bit more creative. So those opportunities can open yourself up and then release. This really looks, it's really giving you the steps to manifest. So with manifestation, you're tuning in, you tapping in, you visualize, right? Then you're going to affirm, you're going to take certain particular actions. Then those opportunities can make their way to you. But how you really truly manifest, once you have in your mind what you want and you desire, you let it go. Poof, into the ethers, because it ain't on you now. It's on the universe. It's on God. It's on whoever you believe, whatever you believe in. to deliver that which you've already worked towards. Some of you have already done the work, baby. It's just not coming because you won't release it. Take your hand off of it. How do you do that? It's telling you, it's giving you a few steps as far as your oracle is concerned. So first of all, we have Diana, the goddess Diana. She speaks about focused intention. Her message is keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Some of you, the reason why you're not in this coming up in this full moon, what you planted, the seeds you planted in the new moon should be moving into fruition, coming to the full moon and moving forward, especially in the first quarter of the year. But baby, you got to get focused. Get your mind from, you got your mind in so many different directions. You need to focus. Focus the attention and keep it there. But release attachment to outcome. Don't feel like you gotta, you gotta know, how and all that. No. Release that. The moon is saying, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. With this card, what I'm hearing is, again, this is going back to stop worrying about the who, the how, the where, the why. Just know that it is. It is done. It is done. The full moon is telling you it's done. Then you got the balsamic moon. It's a time for healing. Take this time moving into the full moon to focus on your self-care. Don't be rough with yourself ever, because that blocks your flow. You can't beat yourself up for anything that you've done. You can't, because it's not going to serve you. You can't be rough, and you're not going to be able to rush it. It has to be done in a particular time and fashion. Remember, divine timing in all things. Divine timing. And to tie this all up, time for healing. To do that, you're going to have to take a voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Love on yourself. Allow other people to love on you as you go through trying to achieve these goals, make these strides in your life. Even if your goal is to just be a better person. Like one of my goals right now is to make better decisions, to be a better me, to improve myself, to grow spiritually, all these things. None of these things are materialistic endeavors. Do I have materialistic endeavors? Yeah, absolutely. But I think right now, my focus needs to be on developing self-development and mastery. So that was a lot coming into this full moon in Taurus. But, Mercury retrograde again, because this is occurring during the same period of time, is a time for you to reflect on and to develop as a person. Use the obstacles and things that's going wrong as tools to assist you in becoming a greater version of yourself on the other side of this. As we move into this full moon, I'm hearing from Spirit that more things may happen to challenge you, but don't let it get you off key. Remember, Diana is telling you focused intention. So what? Your boss is acting an ass. They tend to do that. Have a little empathy for people, because you do not know the weight that they carry either. Your children are driving you nuts. That's what children do best. Breathe. Get into that self-care, because, the moon is telling you it's a time for healing. And how you're going to heal is voyage of the heart. You need to go deep within yourself and determine what you need to feel loved and cared for as you sojourn, as you go into battle and get more action-oriented, as you release attachment to outcome, and as you tap and tune into your creativity so that new opportunities can flow to you. So I hope that this reading, it was a lot of messages coming through at one time. You can watch the replay if you're just joining. For those that did join while I was going through, I thank you so much. I'm going to post this on my YouTube. But overall, looking at this reading, going into this full moon, You really, stop resting on your laurels. But make sure as you're being so action oriented and driven that your drive is not a force, that you're working with the cycles of the moon. And as you are working and progressing towards those things that you desire, that you take excellent care of yourself and you love yourself. If you stumble during this time period, get up and try again. But be gentle with your strides. Balance in all things. So that means don't work 7 days a week and never take time to breathe. Eat well. Drink your water. Mind your damn business. Stay away from negative people. Don't let people get you off your square. Keep your intentions focused and keep moving forward. Love on you in the way that you need to be loved, because you know you best. And if you don't know how you desire to be loved, now is the time to figure it out. Because what makes me feel loved and whole may not work for you. That's why you need to work on knowing yourself. So anyway, this is being Divine Soul Sister Ashaki coming in. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I want to show y'all something though before I leave, because I'm so these earrings, you probably can't see them. These are little pentagram earrings that I got from the Mambo Elizabeth, Ruth Ruth. Dope. She has a online Botanica and also a physical one, Urzuli's Garden. I got these from her. And then I got my beautiful handmade beaded. These are not all of them. This is just a part because it's like a stack of them from Sarah Sale on YouTube. So check them out. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all. So anyway, if you are interested in booking with me, I'm also a Reiki master, and I've had some new people come through inquiring about sessions, wondering do they need to live in my city and all these things. You do not, because energy is not subject to walls, even periods of time. So I don't have to reside in your country. I perform Reiki on people all the way in New Zealand. One of my clients lives all the way in New Zealand. So if you're interested in booking a session for that, let me know. If you're interested in any readings or anything else, even if you just want to ask me a question, you can direct message me on my personal page or from here, and I always respond quickly. At least within, if it's a busy day, at least within 1 day, I will respond to you. But I hope you guys have a safe weekend, a beautiful weekend, a beautiful Friday night, and I'll holler at you all soon. Peace.